Hey, small group leaders. This week we're talking about death. And sometimes death can be the reason that you turn away from your faith. I know in 2005 when I experienced death for the first time, Zane, I asked some really tough questions and probably came the closest I have ever come to walking away. I asked questions like, why would you let this happen? What kind of God are you? I'm so mad at you that I don't really even want to talk to you right now. And so those are the things that some people struggle with, and we're hoping that you will cling to your faith instead of turning from your faith, and you'll cling to the truths that God has placed in your life, like the truth that death is a reality, but God had a bigger plan. He had a plan of restoration where He sent His Son, which was Himself in flesh, to come and experience death and then conquer the grave. And not just that, but cling to community and have people surround you that are willing to walk through the pit with you. And then also be willing to share with God your emotions, your doubts, and anything that you might be experiencing, because He's a big enough God to handle it. So Zane's going to tell you some questions that you can talk about in your groups.
Yeah, so your questions this week will try to help develop community just as a group of people. So opening up with questions like, where have you experienced grief, or where have you experienced death before in your life? And when your group shares those moments, try to ask questions that go along with it, such as what questions did you have for God at that time? Or what truths about God did you cling to while you were in that season of grieving? And then the last question that you can ask your group is, who are the people that you want to surround you and walk with you in those times where you're grieving or at loss? All those questions will be really good questions to process with, whether someone's experienced death yet or not. But it will suffice for this week with Cards Against Divinity.